Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun / tiring one. Fun for y'all, tiring for me, because we're going to be rating every single crochet and knit project in my house. This is not every single one I've ever made because lots of them were gifts given away, frogged because I didn't like them. I grew out of them, so I frogged them, blah, blah, blah. This is just going to be everything in my house to make it easy. If you want to see stuff that used to exist, scroll down on my Instagram and you'll see it. And I don't think I have the exact order down, if I'm going to be honest. I basically split all this into time points. College, Florida, post-Florida, and then post-Florida winter, post-Florida summer. And then in between those, it's like Florida year 1, Florida year 2. So it's kind of, I think it's pretty accurate, but don't look too closely, okay? So we're actually gonna have to start with the blanket that I've got on this chair. This was one of the first ever crochet projects I ever made. It was essentially just me wanting to try out crochet in an easy way. I would not recommend making a blanket. If you're a beginner, don't do that. It took me forever. It made me want to give up a little bit, though I am really happy I have it now. I don't know what yarn I used. It's fine. The stitches are really stretched out. Like, I think these were half double crochets, and look how stretched out the stitches are. Like, they're so stretched out, I can't tell what stitch I used, but I think it was half double crochet. Anyway, I do really like it. She's really cute. You can tell I'm a beginner because if you look, oh, actually, the edges are all right, previous Brooke. The edges are kind of nice, actually. I was gonna say, you can tell it's new because the edges are wonky, but they're actually not that bad. Though I do remember really struggling with crocheting this. I remember always adding and losing stitches, but I would like count every single row, and if I lost a stitch, I would just increase somewhere. So that's why it looks good in the end, but in the moment I was struggling. As one of my first ever projects, I'm going to rate this a 8 out of 10 because I still enjoy her to this day. She stays on my little wicker chair, aka my dog's chair that she sits on while I work all day. All right, now we are entering time period number 1, college. Brooke is in Texas. She's just discovered how to crochet because it's summer school. She's sad. She's working 2 jobs. She's not enjoying her life, so she starts crocheting. And as everyone does who starts crocheting, I started off with tops because that is the thing that everyone did. This first top is the Lily top pattern by Passionate Goods. Kelsey, y'all know my girl. I used Super Saver rainbow yarn. I don't know which one this is, but it looks really good on this top. I really enjoyed it. I remember when I was making this, I couldn't decide if I wanted to make it a true rainbow or just let the colors do what they wanted to do. I ended up letting the colors do what they wanted to do, and it came off a little more Nola, like Mardi Gras, but I still really enjoy it. I think she's cute. Does this fit me? I don't know. I guess you'll see when I try it on. You know what? I'm gonna rate this like an 8 out of 10. I will say I kept holding on to making tops like this because this is what everyone was doing. But then I grew up and I realized this just doesn't suit my body type because my girls, instead of going straight, they go out. So when I wear tops like this, instead of the cups going up and down, they go like that. And it's just not, it just doesn't suit my body type. So if you're also like that, I started making tops where the cups are sideways, and it really encourages my girls to go straight forward, so I like those a little bit more. But I've kept this for a while. I think I tried to sell this actually, and no one bought it, so it's here. It's here. All right, project number 2. As you could tell, I used the same exact yarn, and I wanted this to be a little more rainbow, so this was where I like actually cut the skein up and made it rainbow. This was a pride top that I made. Actually, the first top was pride too. Don't know if I mentioned that, but this was a pride top that I made for myself. This was my first ever top that I like didn't follow a pattern for. I followed the cups probably from a tutorial of Kelsey's, but then besides that, I just made it up and I made the little fringe at the bottom. To this day, I love this top. I wouldn't wear this one probably because it's old and I just wasn't as good as crochet. So like the ends aren't weaved in. There's like knots on it where yarn is coming out, but I would totally redo this and wear this to Pride because she's freaking cute. And I did actually like using Super Saver for this. Y'all know Super Saver can be kind of scratchy, but for this, it was not. It was soft and I enjoyed wearing it. So yeah, I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. All right. I feel the pattern for this is gonna be me giving good ratings because all the projects that I have in my house now I like because I did a declutter a while ago. I got rid of all the projects that I didn't enjoy. So these are all gonna be good rates. Hopefully that's okay with y'all. Continuing on. This was now the start of my hat phase. As you can tell, Brooke does not finish projects. All my projects are like this. Anyway, this was the start of my bucket hat phase. This is one of the first bucket hats I ever made. To this day, I really like it, except for now it's huge because it's really stretched out. She's huge now. She used to be really cute because it used to kind of look like this and it had a straight brim that I really, really liked. You can see that the design is kind of this wave. I really liked making this one. It was kind of, I don't know. She's like Arctic Monkeys bucket hat queen, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if this fit me still, I would wear this all the time. Anyway, maybe I'll frog this and redo it, just tighten her up a little bit. And then I made the exact same thing in green. This one's smaller, so I think this one probably fits me. I made this to match a swimsuit actually. I had this really cute green and white swimsuit that had a kind of groovy 70s situation going on, and I made this to match it, and I really like this hat. I think this is so cute. But to this day, I love this. I never made a pattern or tutorial or anything from it because I never actually did the math to make sure that the waves were seamless throughout. Could I do that? Yeah, but I'm kind of lazy. So I just kind of made her up as I went along. If you're curious, I essentially just did the stitch where you do like single crochet, half double crochet, double, double, half, single, single, all the way around. And then as you can see at the end, it like doesn't end nicely. So that's why I never made a pattern out of it. I'm rating them separately. The green is going to be a 8 out of 10, and the pink and black is going to be a 4 out of 10 just because it's huge. All right, and this was also one of the first projects I ever made. I had scrap yarn and I tried to make it into a beanie and I didn't have enough. As you can see, she's just too small. It would be a perfect length if I barely rolled it, but I hate beanies like that. If I'm making a beanie, I want my brim to be like several inches, but then my ears show. So given that that's the case, she's a 2 out of 10. And now we've got my last project in the college Texas era. This is going to be my Demon Slayer Tanjiro inspired cardigan. She's really, really cute. Just single crochets all sewn up together. This was one of my first big projects ever, and I am proud of it that I made it happen to this day. You know, it's not perfect. Some people don't like that the squares kind of bubble as if they're quilt-like, but I really like that effect, so if you don't like it, that sucks. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I love this thing, okay? Should I be organizing this stuff as I throw it away? Yes. Am I going to? No. All right, and now we enter our Florida era. Florida, year 1. Let's see what I made. I made a lot of stuff. Something about living alone, it just, you have lots of time. You have lots of time to craft. Anyway, this was mildly organized, but now it's not because as you can see, I just picked it all up and moved it. I think this one was first. This is gonna be a continuation of my bucket hat phase. As you can tell, also using that super saver yarn. I love that stuff. Oh, I just remember why I did that. I had friends coming to town to visit me in Orlando during Pride, and so I was making a bunch of Pride stuff that we could wear then. I love this hat. It fits me perfectly, and I like the straight brim. I don't know if I'm a hater or something, but I'm not a fan of those wavy bucket hat brims. This is much more my style. I like the straight brim. So yeah, she's really, really cute. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. She's cute, she's bright, she's fun, you know? All right, and now we're gonna finish up the hat section for a minute. This is just a cute little beanie that I made. I don't know, at some point. She's cute. It's using multicolor yarn, so depending on how you put it on your head, different colors shows. So we've got a cream, we've got a darker cream, a beige, and then we've got like a pink at the back. I really, really like this. I think it fits me perfectly. I like my beanies to be a little more oversized. I don't want them to feel like they're squeezing my head. And then I like that I can have a big brim because like I said earlier, I want my beanies to have a multiple inch brim. It's just my style. It's how I prefer it. And yeah, love her. She's simple. She's cute. She's a 10 out of 10. Okay. And then this is my next project, the iconic wavy sweater. The one that started it all, might I say. This was a collab with Hobby, and they sent me all this yarn to make a sweater out of. So I did that shit. And it's cute. I love her to this day. This one specifically is not the best because I was kind of rushing it because I was trying to meet the deadline, but the colors I really, really love. So I do want to go back through and kind of weave in the ends, finish it properly because she's really, really cute. And I've got good pictures of all my friends wearing this sweater. She's just, I don't know, the color palette, the pattern, I loved it. As maybe y'all know, this was the first design that I ever made a pattern from. But I really, really like it. This was like the jump start to me trying to do this thing. You know what I mean? Making an effort was people kept asking me for it. And I told people there's gonna be a really difficult pattern to do, just letting you know. There's a lot of counting and people wanted it. And so they did it. And now here we are. I've got a pattern for it. I've got a video of it up on YouTube. There you go. I'm gonna give this an overall 10 out of 10 because it kind of jump started my whole experience online as a crochet person. But the actual make of it is probably lower. Just again, it's older. It's one of the first few projects I made. It's 3-4 years old, so you know, it's a little ratty, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, the next project I made is another project that's starting to stretch because again, it's like 3-4 years old. So it's a Zenitsu tote bag. This was my second pattern I ever made, I think. Really cute, really simple. I love her, you can't go wrong. This was back when I did my straps in a different way though. So currently I do my straps by doing a few really long rows. And when I did this one, I did really short rows that stacked on top of each other because that's the way I feel like people prefer straps. But you'll realize when you do that, they stretch. So the straps have really stretched out. And you can see even, you'll see that, like the stitches are just stretched the heck out. So I regret doing that, but that's okay. I do overall really enjoy it. It's got a cute little bumblebee lining, and yeah, I think it's a cute bag. I also made it really big because I wanted to fit lots of junk because I was living in a city at the time. So when I go out, I'm stuffing this thing full of stuff, which is also why it stretched. If I redid it, I would make it smaller and I would change the straps. So I think it's gonna be like a 5 out of 10. Okay, this is the one I'm gonna talk about next. This is a Pride top. As I said, my friends were coming in town for Pride. I was making tops, bandanas, whatever for them. And this is the top I made myself. To this day, I love her. It's a YouTube tutorial. I don't know who made it off the top of my head. I'll try to find it, and if Editing Brooke finds it, it'll be here. But I really love the way this top turned out. In the back, I just laced it up with some white ribbon. It was really cute. It was fun. I really love this. I got so many compliments. St. Pete Pride. I got so many compliments. People were like, you look like you're sweating your ass off. I was like, I am. 10 out of 10. Love her. I actually realized I've got a Zenitsu cardigan that also has a pattern, and I made it right after the tote. I don't know where it is. That was one of my pieces that I kept frogging and redoing the cuff on it. I don't remember why, if I was taking pictures to send to someone, if I was making TikToks about how to make ribbing or cardigan cuffs. I don't know, but the cardigan's gone. But that exists. All right, this is the next pattern I worked on. This is my Naruto Akatsuki tote bag. Love her. This was my first attempt at, like, I would say a true colorwork pattern. And you know that because, one, the lines aren't perfect, though I don't really mind. I kind of like the effect that it makes it look kind of pixelated, so I wouldn't change that. But you also can tell that it's my first ever real colorwork pattern because it's using half double crochets. Like, what the heck was I thinking? Colorwork people know if you're doing colorwork, you're using single crochets because you fit more stitches, which means your lines are going to be nicer. So yeah, if you're trying colorwork, don't use half double crochet, don't use double crochet. You should use single crochet. It takes longer. It'll make your final product look so much better. And yeah, I really like her. This was my insane learning curve for colorwork. Like, I truly didn't understand the beast that I was getting into when I started this. It involved Aiden Wells Crochet swatching things for me, Kelsey swatching things for me. And I made this in a difficult way, all right? I did, I'll say it. But again, this is one of those projects where it was my intro to a new niche, a new type of craft. So I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. She's amazing. And I do really like this. Like, I think she's really cute. So I wore this to an anime convention, I think in Orlando, and people liked it. So that was the third pattern I ever made. And then this right here, I think is the fourth pattern I ever made. This is a butterfly scarf. It's inspired by that one girl from Demon Slayer, and I never remember her name. Is that rude? Yeah. But anyway, this was a really difficult pattern, I would say, because it's colorwork and it's like two-sided colorwork. You see the colorwork on both sides. You can't have a right and a wrong side for this. So I had to be very meticulous about the way the shapes looked to make it so that you can clearly tell, like, those are butterfly scales. And I love the way it turned out. Is there a difference between the right and the wrong side? Yeah, like you can clearly tell, but I don't care. I'm still really happy with the way it turned out. This is better than like making two panels and sewing them together or making one side just the back side that's not usable. I really, really like this project. I love this pattern. I feel like this is my most underappreciated pattern. I love her. I think I love her till the day I die. She's an 11 out of 10. She's amazing. All right, and now here is a top that I did make for going out in Orlando. This was my club top. It's really casual. It's simple. The straps go around your neck and they tie around the back. I made it with this yarn that I also used to make one of my projects that you'll see way later on, one of my most recent projects, with the meat yarn that Aiden Wells Crochet gave me. I'm pretty sure this is the same yarn. I think it's this like old Line brand. I think it's a retired yarn. I don't think they make it anymore, but it's really cute. It's a cotton blend and it's got a bunch of different colors. So if you know what the yarn is, please let me know, because I've been trying to look it up because people keep asking me because they want to know where I got the meat yarn from. And I'm 90% sure these are the same yarn. This top's cute. It's kind of stretched out now because I wore it a lot, but you know, that's good. It's good I was wearing it. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. All right, and now I made one of my first bandanas. This was me trying out a method, essentially, to try to make a kind of Valentine's Day bandana, and I think it turned out really cute. As you can tell, I didn't measure or plan out where any of the hearts were gonna go, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's hearts cutting off into the border, there's hearts touching each other, they're not really spaced out well, but I think for just trying out if it would work, I think it's really cute. You don't want to see what the back looks like because, again, I was just trying out a design. I didn't weave my ends in. I didn't do anything right. I really like the way this turned out, and I would like to redo it and make a tutorial for it. If that's something y'all are interested in, let me know, because I think it'd be a really cute tutorial. She's cute. I'm gonna give her a 5 out of 10. She's only 5 because the back's foul, but the front's really cute. The front's really cute. All right, and now we've got my first ever knit project. Now this is a Harry Potter inspired scarf. If you want the tutorial for this, it's on my YouTube. She's really cute, she's Hufflepuff. Again, it was my first ever knit project, so I don't know what happened there. I don't know, a little wonky in some areas. The edges are a little stretched, but I'm proud of this. You know what I mean? Like, this is something I'm so proud of because I do really like to wear it. It's really warm, it's really comfortable, and I love this. This is a 10 out of 10. Any project that was my intro to a new technique, a new craft or whatever, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. It doesn't matter what the final product looks like because that was me trying something new and being brave and, you know, all that shit. So she's cute, 11 out of 10. All right, now at this point, I made a simple hexagon cardigan from Kelsey's YouTube tutorial. It's black. I ran out of yarn. I made this for work because at the time I was going to an office every single day. And the thing about Orlando is that it's hot as balls every single day, but the office is freezing every single day. So I would go in and freeze my butt off. So I made this little cardigan. I literally kept it at my desk. I ran out of yarn. I was just using a black, but then I ran out. So I actually used a black sparkly yarn to do the cuffs and like a random stripe down the back of it. I had to finish it somehow, but I actually really like how it turned out. This is classic. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. All right, now this is a pattern test for my friend Aiden. This is her TV static vest. I love this. I think she's so cute. Like, these are all, again, Super Saver, Karen, Big Twist, yarns that are all very similar. And so I think it came out perfectly. The back is this static texture situation. 11 out of 10 would recommend this pattern, and 10 out of 10 love the project. She's just cute and happy. She's cute and happy. What else could you want, okay? Now this top was based off a pattern from the Crochet Fairy on Instagram. Again, it's using my Akatsuki Cloud from my tote bag pattern, but the top itself, I don't remember the name of it. It's like the bustier top or something like that. It's really cute. I really enjoy it. The back is completely mesh. This was created for me to wear to a music festival, but I ended up not wearing it. I don't remember why. I think it's because I was going with coworkers and I thought it would be weird for me to wear this. Slash, I didn't know what they were wearing. I didn't know if they were going full raver situation or if they were dressing normally. So I was like, maybe the cropped anime top is too much, but I love the way this looks. Like, I think this is so cute, and I wish it still fit me. I can't try this on because it's tiny and I would fall out of it, but I think it's so cute. I would wear this to an anime convention. I would wear this to a festival. She's cute. That's a freaking 10 out of 10. All right, we have now finished Florida year 1. Now we're going into Florida year 2. All right, I think I made this actually right after making the 2 pattern tests, one for the Crochet Fairy, one for Aiden, and this was like my summer of pattern testing, I guess. This was a pattern test for my amazing friend Tiny Couch Crochet on Instagram and TikTok. This is a no-sew cover tee, so literally this whole thing has 0 sewing. You make it all in one piece. I made it with the Lion brand like ice cream yarn. This is the blue version. I love the way this turned out because it came out to where it's not too stripy, but you do have a little bit of that stripe action going on. This top fits perfectly. I need to make more of these actually because I made this and I wore it to work a lot. It's mildly cropped, but I wore it with a tank top underneath it, so it worked. The top of it's pretty simple, but then you get to the bottom and you have this cute little trim. These are like twist stitches, I think. This is an extra 10 out of 10 for me, maybe a 12 out of 10 because it's not only is it a cute project, but this is something I can wear every day. This was the point in my crochet career where I realized 90% of my projects were anime related and could not be worn in day-to-day life. I mean, they could, but you know what I mean? I'm probably not gonna. So this is when I started to really want to make more basics that I could wear 365. Now, continuing the pattern test trend, this was me pattern testing for my amazing friend Jada. This is her Adina cardigan. She's cute, she's lovely. I got rid of the bralette because would not fit, so I got rid of it. It's got lovely flared sleeves. I love this thing. This is like a perfect beginner project. I really want to make it again, but make it with longer sleeves. I just can't decide what color. I've been saying this for years. Jada knows. I just can't decide what color because when I first started crocheting, I was really prioritizing making things that were fun and brought me joy, which is great, and I still do that. But now I'm also trying to really incorporate having my projects be more functional and more usable. But this is the Adina cardigan. Would 1000% recommend. Amazing pattern. Love the flare sleeve. That's a 10 out of 10. All right, and now we're getting into another pattern of mine. This is coming into a pattern review video. Anyway, this is my Leaf Village vest. As you can see, it's another anime inspired pattern. This is also when I was dealing with the annoyance of I want all my patterns to be anime related because that's what I like, but that's also not a big market. So I feel like it's a waste of my energy to go through hours and hours and hours creating a pattern which will then not sell very much. But you know what? I was like, fuck it. I like anime shit, okay? I'm a nerd, so I'm gonna make it anyway. So anyway, this is the Village vest. It's pretty simple. It's supposed to look like the vest that the Leaf Village has, as you can tell. I wore this to an anime convention too, I think. Anyway, there's really not much to say about this one. She's cute. She's a 10 out of 10. All right, this is when Brooke was trying to push herself to do things out of her comfort zone a little bit and do some basic patterns. So this is when I created my Not Your Granny Skirt pattern. So for those of you who bought the pattern, you know that it's a dual pattern for shorts and for a skirt. I loved making these. As you can tell, I actually ran out of yarn at the end of the skirt. So it's just free flowing and it's slowly frogging over time. But I love both of these. I think these are so cute. This yarn is, again, the ice cream yarn from whatever brand I just said. It's really, really cute, comfortable, great. This was designed to be beach cover-ups, so that's why it's kind of a mix of coverage and no coverage. And then the shorts were just a bunch of different types of yarn. Some of it's cotton, some of it's acrylic. It's a good amount of Lily Sugar and Cream. It's a good amount of Super Saver, Karen, Big Twist, whatever else. I love these two and I think the pattern went really well. I do want to make a YouTube tutorial about these at some point. When will it happen? I don't know, but that's a long-term goal of mine. These are a 10 out of 10, both of them. This is the Hot Bod crop top from Aiden Wells Crochet. It's a colorwork style halter top. It's amazing. I loved making this pattern. This is a pattern that I think made a lot of people nervous, but what non-colorwork people don't know is that when you have a giant graph like this, you can make mistakes and it's okay. It's not going to ruin the look of it because there are so many stitches. You can make a couple mistakes and it'll look exactly how it's supposed to. So as you can see, the pattern on the front is just a little chest. It's so cute. And I did it with these pastel colors. I love her. She was amazing. She is amazing. I can't decide what I want to wear this to. I feel like it should go for a function. Like this could probably be a pride top. But anyway, I love her. She's a 10 out of 10. At this point in Florida year 2, Brooke had decided to move up north. So this is when she finally started making sweaters and she made a lot of them. Let me tell you, this is the first one I made. It's a Star Wars inspired sweater. If you know, you know. Looking back on it, I wish I made it a little smaller. I wanted it to be oversized, but it didn't occur to me to scale the graphic based on the oversized fit of it. So the graphic right now is kind of on the sides of my body. I should have squeezed the graphic in and then have the extra room of the oversized sweater just be solid because the way I did it now just doesn't work very well. You can't see the graphic very well. Also, this was my first attempt at knit colorwork and it did not go well. As you can tell, there's a lot of billowing. I still am not good at knit colorwork. I think I'm gonna give up and just switch to duplicate stitching because I truly can't do it. But I'm still really proud of this. This is probably still gonna get a high rating because it was my first knit sweater. It was my first time trying knit colorwork. And again, those are the rules. Those are the rules. Brooke is giving herself high ratings for projects that were intro to something. So this is going to be an 8 out of 10. I do want to recreate that image into a tapestry or something because I really like it and I want something that's going to be more usable. And I think that would be really cute decor. Basically, all of these sweaters were used using Made in the Moments Anything Raglan tutorial. I started with a simple white one. She's really cute. I wear this quite often. It's really warm. I actually don't remember what yarn I used for this, but man, it's soft. I should really figure it out because I really love it. I just did these, you know, billowy sleeves near the end. It's pretty simple. Love her. That's a 10 out of 10. So after that sweater, I decided to use the extra yarn to make this one. This was my first ever knit raglan. Actually, it might have been the white one. I literally don't know at this point. Anyway, this was one of my first knit raglans. Again, I used Made in the Moments Anything Raglan tutorial. I love this one. I love the stripes. I think it's kind of, I don't know, 80s, 70s, colorful fun. I love her. The back is a little rough because changing colors every row meant there's a really big seam. And I wasn't really good at loosening my tension, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it looks okay. I don't know if you can see the seam really well, but there she is. I think she's okay. I love her. I wear her all the time. She's a 10 out of 10. And then I made this sweater. This is just a simple Christmas sweater. I made it with hobby, some kind of hobby Christmas yarn. It's really cute. The neckline is a little snug. I'll say it now, okay? But I really like the way it looks. I wear it every single Christmas. No, the yarns aren't weaved in. Y'all know me. You know who I am. This is getting a 7 out of 10. And then I made yet another raglan using Made in the Moments raglan tutorial. So this one is probably my favorite one ever. I love this yarn. This is a Karen cake. It's a Karen latte cake. So the texture of this yarn is super, super fuzzy. You'd think that it would make it really scratchy, but it's not, I swear. The texture of this yarn is absolutely amazing. I love her. I wish I'd made her a little longer. She's a little cropped, so I can't wear it to work, church, anything like that. I have to wear it to other things, but I love this. This is a 12 out of 10 or a 13 out of 10 for me. I wear this all the time. All right, we're nearing the end of Florida year 2, guys. We're getting close, we're getting close. Here is another pattern test. This is a pattern test for Destiny Makes. This is her the robe up tapestry. I really like doing this. I especially liked it because I think I was one of her only lefty testers in this. And if you do colorwork, you know that colorwork itself is difficult to make correct for lefties and righties because if it's not symmetrical, it gets all messed up, blah, blah, blah. There are a lot of rules. I've got a video about it if you want to watch. But especially if you're doing writing. If you're doing writing, it's very confusing. Destiny and I FaceTimed because I was trying to make sure that this worked right. This looked right and was written the way it was supposed to be written, and I really love her. She's cute. The border yarn is a yarn that Aiden always teased me for because she said it looked like throw up or something, so I thought it was perfect for this. And I really like the multicolor yarn that I've got for her hair. I love this pattern. It's so cute. That's a 10 out of 10. And then near the end of my Florida stay, I ended up creating this simple Darto. This is my red eye pillow. I've got a pattern for it if you're interested. It's really simple. It's really cute. It was just for decor for my couch. Love her. I do feel like maybe I should have made the little, whatever these are called, a little bigger, but that's okay. She's still cute. She's a 7 out of 10. All right, and now we've got yet another pattern test. This is Kelsey's Sneak a Peek crop top. I used scrap Lily Sugar and Cream yarn. Didn't think I'd like the way it looked on me, but I actually really liked the way the neon teal and pink looked on my skin tone. It was really cute. Simple top, quick to make, love a test. This is a 10 out of 10. Near the end of my Florida career, I created this top. This is my summer wave top. If you want a tutorial for it, I've got it on my YouTube. She's simple, she's cute, she's color work. I love the texture of like the 70s wave situation. This got a lot of love actually. I was really excited about it. I ended up frogging this one a little bit because I was using the scrap yarn to make a test for something else. So this top isn't actually usable. As you can see, the straps are way too short, but it's a dual top. So like this one has straps that go around the back like a bandeau, but then I also made one that has straps that go around your shoulders. Love her. She's a 10 out of 10 for sure. And then I made this simple little bandana. I forget what this is called, but there are many tutorials for bandanas like this on YouTube. It's just a simple bandana. I made this with an Arcane Fiberworks yarn. I think this is like the seashell color. So cute. If you haven't gotten their yarn, it's really good quality. It's really soft. The colorways are amazing. So yeah, I love this bandana. This is what I wear when my hair is greasy. That's a 10 out of 10. All right, guys, we've officially finished Florida year 2. We are now entering post-Florida winter, and we're like more than halfway done. So if you've made it this far, congrats. Side note, let me know if you got that Hadestown song stuck in your head that I see all over TikTok, because it's certainly stuck in mine. Okay, now I actually haven't made many projects since I've been here because I moved and then I worked a lot, had family members die, and life got crazy. So I actually don't have that much now to show. But now we're in post-Florida winter time. This is one of the first projects I made here. This is a pattern test for my lovely friend Nessa's Knots. This is her blood drip scarf. I made it in black and white because I thought it would be cool. And guess what? It is. So I love this scarf. It's perfect. The pattern's amazing. It's a beginner-friendly colorwork pattern. I 1000% would recommend anyone who's interested in getting a cute scarf and anyone who's interested in trying colorwork. And it's really customizable, so you can make it as long or short as you want. I ended up making mine really long because I'm a long scarf gal. She's cute. That's a 12 out of 10 right there. And then with the leftover yellow yarn that I had from my sweater, I ended up making a cardigan. I do think I had to buy an extra skein to finish this though. It wasn't quite enough. As you can tell, I love this yarn. This is incredible. This is probably my favorite yarn I have right now. I've got 2 skeins of it in blue that I'm trying to figure out what to do with, and I'll probably do the same thing here. I'll probably make a cardigan and I'll probably make a sweater. But yeah, simple cardigan. This was my first ever knit cardigan actually, so I was kind of new to it. I made it in the way that I would crochet it, so I just made a panel all the way up and then I split for the neckline. It came down with the 2 flaps down the front, sewed up the sides, and then made the sleeves off the body. She's cute, she's functional, she's a 10 out of 10. Okay, I think this was the next project I made. So this is another Harry Potter inspired scarf. This is a Gryffindor inspired scarf. This scarf is based off of the first movie. The scarf I showed you earlier is based off of the later on movies, like movies 3 and 4 when they switch it. This is also included in my Harry Potter scarf tutorial. If you want to check it out, go for it. I love her. I made it out of that Lion brand Wool Ease. I think it's really cute, and I wanted the colors to be clearly Harry Potter if I said they were Harry Potter, but also not super bright, because I can wear this by itself now and I don't think anyone would know that it's a Harry Potter inspired scarf. So yeah, she's cute, functional, long, heavy, warm. That's a 10 out of 10, people. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. And then after that, spring arrived. So I started doing less sweaters and I started doing more of everything else. So I thought it would be fun to do like a colorwork college tapestry series to maybe sell the graphs or make a tutorial out of the graphs or sell the finished products. So I made an Alabama and I made a Texas A&M because that's my alma mater, as you can tell. But no one really liked them. So I stopped at these 2. My next on my list was gonna be Arkansas, I think. But I thought it would be a cute idea. But anyway, people didn't really vibe. The A&M one, that's a 21 out of 10, baby. Whoop. Yeah, love her. And the Alabama's a 0 out of 10 because it's Alabama. moving on. All right, at this point, this is when I started to really want to jumpstart my YouTube career. So the next few are YouTube things where I made tutorials for stuff. The first YouTube tutorial is for these book covers. These are Dragonfly book covers. They're really, really cute. I love these. To this day, love. I use them all the time because I like to take my books to the gym. And this just keeps my books from being absolutely destroyed in my tote bags that I use them for. So yeah, these are simple. They're beginner friendly. You can make a bunch of them. I want to make some in more colors because at some point I want to start selling finished products. So I feel like these would be perfect to just make a bunch of with some scrap yarn too. Like this is a perfect scrap yarn project. As you can tell, I made two different versions. One that opens on the side, one that opens on the top. These are a 10 out of 10. My next project is just a simple little bandeau top. I made a YouTube tutorial for this too. Again, beginner friendly, we love. I don't know where the other one went. I made another one that like isn't quite a tube top because it has lace up on both sides, which I thought was so cute. I don't know where she is. I don't know if I accidentally cleaned it out, but yeah, I love this. I don't wear this very much because I'm a big shouldered gal. I'm like a linebacker rugby big shouldered gal. So I feel like bandeau tops don't do me any favors, but that's okay because she's cute. I love her. I'm gonna say this is a 7 out of 10. All right, next I made a cute little granny square bandana. I made one that was short, this one, and one that was long. The long one is meant so that you could braid it into your hair because I thought that was a cute idea. I did post a little tutorial for it on TikTok if you wanna go look. Again, I don't know where the other one is. Yeah, I was looking for it the other day because I was going to work in a coffee shop and my hair was annoying me and I was like, man, I really wish I had a headband to keep my hair back, and I didn't know where this one was and I couldn't find the other one. So anyway, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. She's cute, she's simple. Who doesn't want a headband, right? Okay, we're almost done, guys, almost done. Okay, funnily enough, I don't know the order of these. I'm just gonna say these are next. These are my Avatar The Last Airbender inspired tapestries. I've got a tutorial for these on my YouTube if you're curious. I love these. I love them all. I love these, they're amazing. They're a 10 out of 10. I would love to sell these at some point. I don't know if people will be interested. So yeah, here are these. Next, I've got my most recent pattern, my Flower Power Tote. This is a 20 out of 10. I love this. This is a, I would say, beginner friendly colorwork. Some testers might disagree, so maybe we go with intermediate colorwork pattern. The beauty of this colorwork pattern is that, again, similar to the Hot Bod crop top, there are a ton of stitches. So you can mess up stitches here and there, and it doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect the overall look. You're still gonna clearly see that it's a flower. It's got two different back options. This is the stripe. It's also got a checkered option. It's got a cute little donut lining. She's really cute. This is a 20 out of 10. I really like this pattern. I think it's so cute. I think it works with a bunch of different colors. We love. Next is going to be this pattern test for Mars Makes. This is her willow wrap top. As I said earlier, this is the same yarn that I think I used with that Going Out top in Orlando. I think it's a Lion brand cotton. And the reason why I think it's the same is because you can see the colors, the way the colors flow, like the texture of them, it's just very similar. I don't know. It's a similar style, the way they've got the light color, the dark color, some colors blending together. So I'm like 90% sure this is the same yarn. I loved making this top. It was quick, it was easy. It actually wasn't quick because I wasn't paying attention multiple times and made my panels the wrong size multiple times. But that was my fault. That was 100% my fault. The pattern's really quick, beginner friendly, would recommend. This is a 10 out of 10. Next, we've got another pattern test for my friend Aiden Wells Crochet. This is her Breast Friends top. This is just a cute little basic bralette. I used it using hobby cotton, I believe, the leftover from my summer wave top. I really like this top and this pattern, but I used the wrong yarn. This yarn I just wouldn't recommend. It's not good for the structured look. This top is meant to really cinch you and squeeze you in, and this yarn didn't do a good job of that. So one of the next projects on my list is to redo this with a better yarn that I think would work better. I think I'm gonna use an acrylic instead of a cotton, and I think it'll work much better. And it's really simple. It's simple, it's beginner friendly. I would really recommend this for anyone. And if you're a big boobed gal, have no worries. Don't fret, because Aiden has giant bazongas and lots of her testers had also had giant bazongas. So this is big boobed girl friendly, okay? With the yarn choice and the fact that the yarn choice is bad, I'm gonna give this project like a 5 out of 10, but the pattern is a 10 out of 10. And I know when I redo it with normal yarn, correct yarn, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. So there you go. All right, and then after that, I actually made this top that I'm wearing right now. Like I said, this is a knit tank top. It's simple, it's 2x2 ribbed. It actually has a kind of slit on the side. I don't know why I did that. I just did it for funsies. I really like this. This is my first knit tank top. I really like the way it looks. I like the way it fits. It kind of cinches me in nicely, but it's also extremely stretchy. I wore this in Europe when I went to Spain for the first time. I loved it. It's made with a wool blend, and you'd think that would make me really hot, but it actually really didn't. It was perfect when I wore it to Spain. So yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. All right, and our next project after that is a striped crochet raglan. This is my first ever crochet raglan. I made it with cotton yarn. I made it with Lily Sugar and Cream cotton. It's really cute. It's cropped. It was designed for, you know, spring, fall days to where you're hot in the sun, cold in the shade, so that it can keep you warm, but it's also breezy enough to cool you down. I really like this, but I'm excited because it's kind of cooling down here and fall is coming, so this will be the perfect time to wear this. You could wear it in winter because you could wear a long sleeve underneath it. You could layer this up, so I think this is a really functional piece. Very excited about this. 10 out of 10. And here is my second to last crochet project. This is one of the 3 blankets I've ever made. This one technically isn't finished. If you followed me last year, you'll know that this is a dream blanket. Similar to how other people do mood and temperature blankets, I was making a blanket based off my dreams. So it's color coded based on the dreams that I have. Navy are nightmares. The white is the month separation lines, right? So like, I don't know, January, February, March. The maroon are mixed dreams. So if a night I had a nightmare and then a good dream, that will be a mixed dream night. The pink, which I don't have many of and you can't really tell, those are good dreams. The orange are weird and the teal are no dream. So I didn't end up finishing this because, as many other crocheters say, don't ever do a mood blanket, don't ever do a temperature blanket. It sucks. I truly would not recommend it at all. So this blanket is not finished, though I do really like the texture of it. It's really soft. I think I got to October. I got so close in finishing it, but I just won't finish it. I know I won't. I still use it though. I really enjoy it. Now what I decided to do for this year, if you're following me, you know that I'm doing a dream scarf instead. So instead of a blanket, I'm doing a scarf. It makes it so much quicker and easier, and I know I'll finish this because it's so simple. All right, guys, we're at our last project. This is the best project I've ever made in my entire life. It's amazing. I think it's revolutionary. I don't think anyone else has ever done something like this before. Like, I might be the best crocheter in the entire world because I created this specimen. Like, I think this should go in museums. This should be honored around the world. And of course, I'm talking about my really shitty cat that I made. If you watch my last video, it's me trying out a crochet amigurumi kit. Lots of people ask me all the time, why don't you do amigurumi? Why don't you do amigurumi? Well, this is why. This went terribly. As you could tell, it looks terrible, though I really like him. He's like cute. Like, I feel like he looks like he's designed by a kid. You know, he's a little wonky, but he's lovable. This is the last project. I don't know what to rate this. Let me know what you would rate him in the comments, okay? Because if I'm rating him, I'm gonna be rating him in different aspects. Frustration level while creating this, 0 out of 10. I was pissed off the entire time. Proudness of finishing an amigurumi project, 10 out of 10, because I've never made an amigurumi project like this. The amigurumi that I have done, it's like bees, you know, small little octopi, things like that, simple. I've never done one with so many moving parts, I don't think. So that's a 10 out of 10. The actual look of it, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, because it's like ugly cute, you know what I mean? It's just like, why does it look like that? But yeah, we're finishing with a bang. The Vala vest by Ed Svart was actually supposed to be in this video, but I tried it on yesterday and I realized that I didn't count my stitches on the armpits very well. So the armpits go like this, like it flares and it's wavy because I added so many stitches. So I'm actually gonna frog that and fix the armpits, but y'all will see that soon. Anyways, I think that's all the projects in my house, all the projects that I could find at least. Maybe there are others, I don't know. All right, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.